For whoever just joined, this is Federica. I'm part of the DocCity team, and it's my pleasure to welcoming you all into this live presentation of the University of Pécs. Today we will be talking about the medical school, and we invite you to write all of the questions that you have into the Q&A section, and we will be answering at the end of this presentation. So it's my pleasure now to leave the floor to Dalma, who will be sharing with us the presentation. So we will be starting with the general introduction of the medical school. And while the presentation is going on, please use the Q&A to write all of the questions that you might have.
Okay, thank you, Federica. Hello, everyone. Nice to have you here with us. And I will just start our first presentation about the Faculty of Medical School.
Welcome everyone. My name is Gábor Horváth. I'm a graduate of the Medical School University of Pécs. I will be your host in the upcoming minutes to show you our university. Let's take a look. Where are we located? Pécs is located in Central Europe. We have a 2,000-year-old city, Romanian name called Sofiane. We are a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Pécs is just 2 hours from the capital. We have a Mediterranean atmosphere, very close to the Adriatic Sea, with a university town with nearly 20,000 students. We have 10 faculties located all around the city center, very close to public transportations like bus station and train station. So it's easy access to our faculties. And now let's take a closer look. What can we offer to you? We have a general medicine program for more than 35 years. We have also dentistry programs in English and Germany, and we have a pharmacy program as well. We started a biotechnology MSc in 2010. We offer you undergraduate courses in the field of general medicine for 6 years, dentistry and pharmacy for 5 years. We also have master and doctoral programs in biotechnology and in PhD programs, all type of fields in clinical and non-clinical medical fields. We have almost 4,000 students in 3 programs. As you can see, we have more foreign program students than Hungarians, so the international environment is guaranteed at our university. We have high capacity in all general medicine, dentistry and pharmacy programs. For further information, follow the links. Hopefully you can find all the answers to your questions. Admission requirements are the following. You have different educational backgrounds. You will bring a high school diploma and some English knowledge. We need strong background in biology, chemistry, physics, also advantages. High school grades are not considered, but entrance exam performance counts if you would like to get in to the Medical School University of Pécs. Application procedure starts every year at the 15th of January. Informations could be found in the upcoming links. Until the 30th of June, you must take your application. That's the deadline. If you feel that you are not yet ready to our programs, we offer you preparatory courses at the University of Pécs. We have different lengths of programs, which has different starting dates. For information, follow the link, and you can find all the answers to your questions. If you would like to get in to our medical school, to a general medicine, dentistry or pharmacy program, you have an entrance examination, which has a written part and an oral part. Written part consists of 100 questions for 100 minutes in an online platform, while the oral part takes 20-30 minutes in Skype or Zoom, when you will meet with a professor of our medical school and you will talk about general medical questions and about your motivation. If the A chance is not successful, you have 2 more chances to retake the exam. About the tuition fees. Our general medical program is $16,750 per year. The dentistry program is a bit more, $7,350 because it includes the cost of dental materials as well. And our pharmacy program costs $8,400 per year. National ranking and reputation is very important. We have high reputation within Hungary. As you could see, we have first, second places and Center of Excellence Award as well. But also the international recognition is very important. Your diploma will have a high level of international recognition because our school is in the World of Directory of Medical Schools. We are within the top 200 at the Times of Higher Education World University rankings, and also we are in the top 500 at the US News World and Report Educations. International recognition gave many positive feedbacks from Norway, Israel, US and Canada as well. So these countries, and even much more, gave a feedback that our students are well trained and very successful in the postgraduate exams to get into residency programs. We have services for our international students, for you. We can assist you in admissions, we can help you in visa issues, we can organize you your medical help, and also we provide a lot of help in your everyday life at Pécs. We also have a student housing which help you, free apartment rental service. We have psychological, legal aid help as well. We have a parcel point at our university, and there is a famous peer program where upper level university students can help you in your everyday issues, can guide you how to become successful as a university student. We offer a free license to MBUS, which is available only in our university since 2019. This is a German-founded encyclopedia which can help you during your studies. You can use it for free. The student life at the University of Pécs is very fruitful. You can read a lot of programs what we can offer you for your free time, for your weekends. So when you are not studying actively, you can participate in a freshman ball. You can participate at the international evening. You can visit motivational speeches. There is also Pécs Music Society, which is very famous about their concerts. Let me show you some pictures about these, which can show you the atmosphere of the student life at our university. Here you can see some sport event organized at our university building. You can see the very famous white coat ceremony. Before you start your clinical rotations, you get an official white coat from our professors. This is the freshman ball, or the international evening, when many colorful costumes and many international cuisine could be tried, and you can enjoy a very nice event with your classmates, with your university mates. And hopefully in a few years you can be one of these happy students who are smiling to receive their diploma and can start the new life after this milestone which you could reach at our university. The Modern Cities program helped a lot in the modernization and capacity development of the infrastructure. This is how you can visit new building blocks, you can use new teaching and hostel facilities as well. And now I would like to show you some pictures about our city, about our life at the University of Pécs. I hope that you will enjoy them. This is our new building, what you can use. There are many big lecture halls, seminar rooms, so you can start your studies in this newly erected building. The main building entrance, you could see a lot of bicycles because the distances are not huge in Pécs. So by bicycle, in a few minutes, you can reach every point of the city. The Janus Pannonius Clinical Center, where you will make your rotations. This is just 100 meters away from the medical faculty. So very close. You can participate in the patient care. You can learn in these modern, newly built buildings as well. The Béla Entz Clinical Educational Center, as you could see, just at the site of the main clinic. You can get your clinical lectures here, and right after the lectures, you can visit the patients in their wards, and you can take part in the patient care. Very famous, our science building, or Szentágothai Research Center. This is one of the most developed research centers in Central Europe, where there is the highest level of virus lab. Nowadays, because of COVID-19, there are many research projects running in this building. Later, as a student, you can join two student research programs, and you can participate in researches as well, which could be the base of your future thesis of your future diploma work. MediSkillsLab is a simulation lab, which is very important before you visit patients to have some skills, some hands-on course in this new building. This is the most modern in Central Europe, with many options what you can practice here with models and with computers. The University Library and Knowledge Center is very famous. It's a few years old building. In exam period, students really love to stay here to study for their upcoming exams. This is a very nice and calm environment. You could see the Kodály Center, which is a famous concert hall in Central Europe. Many national and international concerts taking place here. So if you would like to have a cultural evening, just visit the Kodály Center. Zsolnay Cultural Quarter also helping us to make a cultural rich environment to our city. The Cathedral is very famous with the 4 towers of it. And our main city center is the Széchenyi Square, where you can see the old Turkish church, very nice summer environment with flowers, but not only daylight, also at night. It's a very fruitful environment. You can go there, there are many live concerts, you can sit out with your friends, you can grab a beer or grab a wine, and you can enjoy their company. At last, I would like to show you a picture about our graduation ceremony. Hopefully in a few years, you could be one of these students who are smiling and happy after a 5 or 6 year long study. This could be a milestone of your life where you can start your future adulthood with a career of medical doctor, dentistry, or pharmacy. At last, I would like to show you an evaluation about our new clinical block, about facts in numbers. Hopefully, you can join to our medical, dentistry, or pharmacist training in the upcoming years. We would be happy to welcome you in our university. We hope that you can visit us. For further information, just follow this link. I would like to say thank you for visiting us today. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I really like to thank for this presentation. And as mentioned, please write all of your questions into the Q&A. And I can see actually that some more people join us for this live webinar, which is great. So we just finished to present the faculty of the medical schools, and we will now be introducing you more details, the faculty of pharmacy. But please use the Q&A to write all of the questions that you might have, because after this presentation we will be coming back live to answer all of your questions. I leave now the floor to Dalma, who will be presenting the second presentation for today.
Hi, my name is András Fittler. I'm the Vice Dean for Education at the Faculty of Pharmacy, University of Pécs. In this short presentation, I will introduce you the career opportunities for pharmacists and also the pharmacy education at the University of Pécs here with us. First of all, let's start why it's rewarding to become a pharmacist in the future. I'm a pharmacist, trust me, I know with 15 years of experience that's an exciting job because it combines various fields of science from within healthcare and outside healthcare, in IT, business, and also manufacturing. Pharmacy is a trusted profession around the globe, which means that beside receiving a doctoral degree, you will be ranked as one of the highly trusted professionals in most countries. It's a privileged position to work as a pharmacist. Also, there's an additional benefit that many of you might not know, that if you become a pharmacist, you can work in various fields of science, not just in community pharmacy setting, working in pharmacy shops, but you can work in hospital and clinical setting and collaborate with other members of the healthcare teams, for example, doctors and nurses. You can also participate in drug research and development. You can contribute to part of the pharmacy profession, and also you can work for drug authorities or social administrative pharmacy tasks. Beside that, Pharmacy provides an excellent earning potential and job security, which means that you can move around the globe between countries and you can find your place in most countries and the pharmacist within the healthcare team. This graph illustrates the complexity of new pharmacy services because the key message is that for a long time pharmacists participated in drug manufacturing and logistics. However, now pharmacists participate in different health services provided for patients, giving added benefit for individuals and making them an important member of a healthcare delivery team, for example, vaccination or management of certain diseases. And now a few words about our faculty. Our faculty was founded, our pharmacy education was founded 20 years ago at the University of Pécs, and we have 10 years of experience in teaching pharmacy students in English. We have more than 400 students. This makes us one of the smallest, but on the other hand, more personal and interactive faculties of the University of Pécs. An interesting prospective plan we have in the near future that we are launching biotechnology bachelor program, and also we are working on our new campus, which makes a more innovative environment for pharmacy students studying at the University of Pécs. Our faculty consists of 8 institutes and departments. These institutes and departments teach pharmacy-specific subjects, pharmaceutical chemistry or medical herbs or social administrative pharmacy or drug manufacturing. However, we participate and we collaborate in a program together with the medical school, the Faculty of Sciences, and we have close collaboration with the Faculty of Business and Economics. The pharmacy education consists of a 5-year, 1-tier training program. During this program, you will have to earn 300 credits during your studies. That means you have to take 6-8 courses every semester, and you have to complete them. And the education is built up in a way that it consists of basic module subjects which provide the basis for your pharmaceutical knowledge, mainly biological and chemical knowledge. Upon that, you will have medical, biological subjects, for example, anatomy or biochemistry. And based on that, you have the pharmacy-specific subjects which are required for your pharmacy career in the future. Also, you will participate in a 1-semester-long professional practice educational program in community or hospital pharmacies most commonly. And also, we are open to for your application in the future as a PhD student. To sum up, there are several benefits of becoming a pharmacy and becoming a pharmacy student at the University of Pécs. One of these is various job opportunities, an exciting career, and a rewarding professional providing you job stability for the rest of your life. And also, it's an interesting field to study because you have a lot of opportunities: community pharmacy, hospital pharmacy, drug research and development in the future. I thank you for your attention and see you in Pécs in the near future.
Hello, Arjen. Thank you for the presentation. And I'd like to welcoming you all again and thanking you for all of the questions that we have already receiving while the presentation was going on. And please keep writing them into the Q&A because now is really the time to answer them. So, reading the first question. So Mark is asking us, how many international students enroll to the program? So if we have some sort of data about how international is the environment at Pécs.
Okay, I'm going to give the answer. So as it has been shown during the seminar that was held by the professor, we have actually thousands of international students because the University of Pécs has 10 faculties, not only the medical faculty and the faculty of pharmacy, but also faculty of law, faculty of business and economics, faculty of IT, arts, health sciences. So we have altogether like 20,000 students. So Pécs is really a university, so a student city. So it will be very cozy for the students to walk in the streets or to sit into a restaurant, because it is for sure that that they will meet some fellow students from another part of the universities. So there is a nice chance to mingle, to make friends from other faculties as well. So don't be afraid, because Pécs locals are really very well prepared for the presence of students. So everyone knows and appreciates that our city is a student city. So all sorts of facilities and services are specially designed for students. Okay.
Perfect. We receive also a similar question, and they also asking us about staying in Hungary after graduating. So in particular, this student is from India, so was also wondering how many international students you have, but also if there is an opportunity to stay after the degree.
Okay, so you can stay in Hungary. Because the English language diploma equals the Hungarian language diploma. But there is a but, you have to be very fluent in Hungarian language, because if you would like to have a profession in Hungary, you have to get very close acquaintance with the Hungarian language. Actually, Hungarian medical language is part of the curriculum. So at the very first 2 years, you are going to have Hungarian language courses, because when you go to the hospital for clinical practice, you have to be able to talk with the patients. So shortly to answer, if you would like to stay in Hungary, you can, but in this case, you have to have a very perfect Hungarian language knowledge.
Perfect. Another question is about going back to the country. So Mark is asking, can I go back to my country as work as a doctor? So basically, if the degree will also be valid internationally, and if you offer practical activities. I'm not sure if Mark refers to laboratory or some sort of internship while studying.
Okay, so I would like you to visit our website, where we specify the countries that that accept our diploma. But I have to tell that the diploma is accepted worldwide. European Union nations and some other countries accept it without any differentiating exams. Though there are some countries like the United States where you can, you have to make some kind of exam to prove your knowledge. But as it has already been told during the presentation, we provide such a good education that these exams are not a problem for our students. According to the question, if you choose to study in Hungary and you would like to go back to your home country, I ask you to check there, okay? Because we do not have information about all of the world, what kind of differentiating exams you have, but you have to be sure that if you study hard and finally you get the diploma, doing any kind of exams will not be a problem for you.
Perfect. This sounds great. So we have a question if you offer some sort of scholarship to enroll students, and you also ask if you offer foreign exchange for students. So if you also offer, let's say, to spend a semester at the university without, let's say, following the full course.
Yes, Hungarian government offers a scholarship. It is called Stipendium Hungaricum. But it is available. I mean, the admission period for that scholarship is only for a certain period. Right now it's over, so the deadline is passed. If you would like to start your studies in this September, the scholarship is not an option. But if you are willing to wait for a year, This application, for the scholarship will open in November and will be available until January. So the scheme is the following. First, you apply for the scholarship. And after, when you are ready, you have a scholarship registration number, you can apply for the medical school. So right now you are invited only as fee-paying students, but next year you can apply as a scholarship holder. You have to check the website of the scholarship because not all of the world from the globe are invited into this program. There's a specific list of countries that that could apply.
Perfect. So we actually have another question. They asking us if how the situation is with the COVID, if the classes are remote or in presence, and also if University of Pécs offers some sort of accommodation.
Okay, let's talk about first the pandemic. Right now, as the situation is getting better and better due to the vaccination, the plan is that in September classes will go on in person. Okay, but we are not fortune tellers. We cannot, tell what is going to be the situation in September. Right now, the plan is that we are going to have the teaching on site, so you are invited to come to settle down in Pécs. But if it happens that things will get worse, then the leadership of the university will have the right to decide to turn online. Regarding the accommodation, yes, so we provide help. The University of Pécs has limited number of dormitory places. If it's very important for you, for example, for visa purposes, to have in your final acceptance letter, which means actually the confirmation of payment of tuition fee. So if you need a sentence written into your final acceptance letter that the university will provide you a dormitory, please tell us, of course, only after you are admitted, and we can put this sentence into the final acceptance letter. So you can go with this letter into the embassy showing that you will have an accommodation. If you really need the accommodation, we can provide you, but as I told you, dormitory places are in limited numbers. What we can help is there is a company called Student Housing. They are professionals in finding the appropriate apartment. And if you are willing to share the apartment, the cost will be approximately the same comparing with the dormitory. A dormitory room costs $140 US a month. If you share a flat with a roommate, then the cost will be almost the same.
Perfect. We have a question from Mo, who's asking about the education system program. So how much time is the program? So basically, if you have some sort of data about how long the student will take to graduate, and then if the medical is divided into clinical or pre-clinical session, or you just do clinical session all the year until you graduate, until students graduate.
Okay, first of all, I have to answer a previous question about the exchange programs. Our medical school is connected to the so-called Erasmus program. So yes, we have a special office dedicated for these exchange programs. So yes, the question is, so the answer is yes, there is a possibility for exchange programs. About the programs, you have to know that there is no BSc or master within the medical field. If you would like to become a doctor and you are admitted to a general medicine program, that will take 6 years from your life, from the very beginning until you get the diploma. The very first 5 years about the theoretical things, even though from the third year you will go to clinical practices, but the very last year, the sixth year, is only for clinical practices. If you wish, you can have your clinical practice in Hungary, or you can go to even to your home country if we have a contract with those hospitals, or you can go to wherever you would like to. We have a specific list of hospitals, so the sixth year could be spent abroad, not only in Hungary. The dentistry program will take 5 years, and the pharmacy program 5 years as well. Of course, during the dentistry program, you will have clinical practice, but since there is no 6th year, this clinical practice is built into the program. And what is very important, that after you have graduated as a dentist, you are ready to start your own business, or you can join any dentistries and you can start your profession as a dentist. The same applies to the pharmacy program. After you have graduated, you can run your own pharmacy, or you can get a job as a pharmacist.
Perfect. They also actually asking us, we have two similar questions, is what sort of background is needed to join the degree in medicine? So if you need some sort of mathematical background, or if you actually join the program without having this sort of background, or maybe without having any sort of experience.
Okay. So the only background we need is a very strong knowledge, high school knowledge, okay? So average high school knowledge in biology, chemistry, and English. English language, you have to be fluent in English, both in understanding and both in representing. Without biology and chemistry, you cannot cope with the university. So these are the basic sciences you have to be very familiar with. On our website, you can find the topics for the entrance exam. And if you feel that your knowledge in biology and chemistry is not good enough yet, you can join our preparatory school, where these basic sciences will be taught. And if you study hard and you are willing to study, then a successful entrance exam could be done.
Perfect. Another question Atik is asking us is following a biomedical science undergraduate degree, and is actually looking forward to, you also would like to follow the medical degree at Pécs. Can actually this be done at the same time, or is there an option for students who are already enrolled into a degree to move, let's say, to transfer to the University of Pécs?
Okay, so I think right now we are talking about different things. Let's talk first about transfer. Transfer is only possible so let's say that you are studying dentistry somewhere, okay? And you decide to transfer to Pécs. You cannot transfer to a general medical program or to a biotechnology program. Transferring is only possible to the same major, okay? So if you study dentistry, you can only transfer to dentistry, but only in certain situation applies, because there are very strict rules, because if your dentistry program is, for instance, 5 years and you are in the 4th year, you cannot transfer. You can only transfer if you are right now in your 2nd year, okay? So there are rules that apply. If you are talking about that you have some kind of background, you already have a diploma related to medical sciences, then you are invited to apply for the so-called exemption from taking the entrance exam. It means that if you are studying right now at a university or in kind of medical related field like biology or biochemistry or something that is related to biology and chemistry, and then you might be exempted from taking the entrance exam. It means that you can apply, You have to send us your documents proving that you are a university student. You have to email us your transcript. You have to have a language exam. This is very important. And then the English program committee will have a meeting and will decide whether these studies, what you have done already, will make you eligible for the exemption or not. If yes, then you are admitted based on your studies. If not, you still have the opportunity to take the entrance exam. What is very important, during the entrance exam, we do not need a language exam because your English knowledge will be tested throughout the written part and of course during the oral part.
Perfect. And can I ask you, what's the best way to prepare for this oral part? Is that sort of like an interview? What sort of questions are asked at this stage for students?
Okay, so the oral interview is a one-to-one discussion with the professor. The very first part is a kind of introduction. The professor will ask you to introduce yourself, talk about your motivation. Why would you like to become a doctor or a dentist or a pharmacist? And then the second part of the interview is the knowledge one, of course. You will get 2 questions from the field of biology and from the field of chemistry. And these questions, these topics, the fields could be viewed on our website. We have the exam topics and the professor has the right to ask anything, okay? Anything related to biology and to chemistry.
Perfect. Another question about, so we actually mentioned about the different degree, and he says, what about people who finish a major in biology or have a bachelor degree on science? So is medical, we already mentioned it, but just to reassure if the medical degree could be suitable for these students.
Yes, of course, yes, because the medical degree is based on a very strong biology and chemistry knowledge. So once you have a BSc from the field of biology, then you are invited to apply. And if your transcript grades are good enough, and if the committee sees that you have a strong university background in biology and chemistry, it is pretty sure that you will have the exemption. So you are admitted, but we need a language exam, okay?
Talking about the language exam, Mo has a question about IELTS or TOEFL, any sort of question that you of test that you accept. Is there a minimum score that they need to take in order to be admitted?
Yes, there is. Actually, we say that we need a B2 level language exam. Any of the types you just mentioned would be okay. Right now, I cannot tell the numbers, but if you have it, once you have the B2 language knowledge, then it will be fine.
Great. A question about the syllabus for the courses. So Said is asking us where this can be found. So, the exact list of courses that students will take during the years. Is it on the website? Is there site?
Yes, of course. Hereby I ask Mate to type in the website of the medical school itself, okay, and the website of the registrar's office, because it is the so-called registrar's office. It's a very important authority at the medical school. They deal with all kind of educational issues. Our office, the admissions office, provides you the help with the admission procedure, but the registrar's office has the knowledge about the education. And I hope that Mate is right now typing our medical school website. There you can find the syllabus and everything that is related to the education of the 6th and 5 year.
Thank you. Can I ask if on the website is actually there is a section for scholarship? Was it so basically they were asking us where they can find all the details in order to apply, and also the qualification for the eligibility for the course.
Okay, I asked Mate again that could you please type in the Stipendium Hungaricum scholarship, okay? And everything that is related to the application for the scholarship and all the technical requirements, what should be sent, could be found there.
Great. So during the presentation, and we mainly focus on what is, of course, the medical schools, and we actually talked about the different programs. Society's asking us about Master of Science in Biotechnology and Biomedical Engineering. So if it's something that the university is offering, and if we can give some sort of general information or maybe a link where you can find more information about this.
Yes, Mate, again, please provide the link. In the meantime, I tell that this biotechnology MSc is a 2 years program, and in order to be admitted, you have to have a diploma. Something again related to sciences, to medical sciences. Okay, so for instance, you are a musician and you have a diploma. You will be not admitted, but if you have a diploma that is somehow could be related to this biotechnology program, then you are invited to apply. You also have to have a language exam, and also your proficiency will be tested during an oral interview. For the biotechnology, there will be no written part, but oral part will be. And if you would like to join the biotechnology program, later on you can specialize either on medical biotechnology or pharmaceutical biotechnology. So it's a very interesting program. Try to apply. Altogether, we have like 20 places. But since it's a pretty new one, we usually have enough place to have the students.
Perfect. They're also asking us if once you graduate from one of those programs, if there is an option for students to continue studies and specializing in human genetics at the level of a master or at the level of PhD. So if there is an opportunity to continue studying.
Yes, if you would like to stay in Hungary as PhD student, you are invited to do so. There are specific topics. It is again the field of another office, PhD office. But as far as I know, there are certain topics and the topic leaders you can join. Right now, I don't know about this human genetics, if you have mentioned that. But it is pretty sure that once you are there to start your career as PhD, this field will be open.
Great. John is asking us, still talking about the background, which I kind of feel is worrying a bit who's listening to us. He's asking if a degree with electronics engineering could be a suitable degree to join a medical school. Doesn't specify if it's medicine or if it's pharmacy course.
It only depends on the transcript. If you have biology and chemistry subjects in your transcript, then yes, you can apply. If you do not have, you cannot apply because there will be no chance, because these two study fields, biology and chemistry, are so important and really serve as basis for the medical and pharmaceutical studies that we cannot say that we accept a diploma without this.
Perfect. So, yeah, they're still asking about scholarship. I'm actually going to copy one more time the link that Mate provided us with. So you should be able to see it in the chat. And at this link, you will be able to find all the scholarships. So as mentioned, there are lots of scholarships, numerous scholarships. So you will be able to see what could be the best option for you in this case. So we have a student from Indonesia that is asking if after the general medicine course, if there is an option to specialize, in particular asking about pediatry, surgery. So is there an option after the degree to sort of specialize in a specific field in the medicine?
Yes, of course, and that is the career of a doctor. That if you have finished the 6th year, we have to say that you are not yet ready, because you have to go on and specialize. This specialization can happen in any countries of the world, wherever you would like to go, because they will accept your diploma. Or if you would like to stay in Hungary and would like to specialize yourself in Hungary, you could do that, but only in the case your Hungarian is good enough.
Perfect. And actually, John replied to us about, so he has chemistry and physics on his syllabus. So I also believe that these vary from situation to situation. So probably the best it will be to get in contact. And I also like to take the opportunity to remind you all that after this webinar, we will be sending you an email containing all the relevant information about the University of Pécs Medical School. And also we will include a contact detail that you can reach out in case you have any sort of further question. One thing I wanted to ask is, I mean, we did mention how international is the University of Pécs, how many students. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about life as a student at Pécs, if you can give us some insights about the activities and what the city is like.
Okay. So the city is, as I always say, is just the appropriate size, not too big and not too small, not huge as our capital, but not small as a village. So it's just the right size, to have the cultural, the sports events, the going out facilities, but small enough to be able to walk to the campus in case you have your accommodation in a close vicinity of the medical school. But there are plenty of apartments available, so you can do that. But whenever you feel like that you would like to go out for a night, or you go for a party, then you could do that. What we always emphasize that we suggest to study hard and party hard. So make friends, go out with them, socialize. You will have opportunities to socialize, because the medical school itself is organizing lots of programs for the students. But the students themselves form groups and they organize parties and special events for themselves. So I would like to motivate you to jump into this huge experience of living abroad and studying abroad. I can tell that Hungary is a very safe country, safe from the perspective of nature, because we do not have dangerous hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, so nothing like this. And it is safe from the human side. There is no terrorism in Hungary. Actually, it is a safe place to live when you compare it to maybe other parts of the world. So Pécs city locals are friendly to university students. They get used to it, because our university is the oldest one in Hungary. We have a very big history. So actually, what I can say is that Pécs is really a university town.
They asking us if the university offers some sort of extracurricular activities like sports or any sort of organization. If maybe there are some students group that organize themselves together to run some sort of activities.
Yes, you will not be let alone, of course. There are sport facilities, sporting opportunities. If you play some kind of instrument, there are music, societies. We even have a very, very interesting thing. It is called the Dancing University, where all those students who are really talented in dancing can join this group, and they have marvelous events. So they are really, really very professionals. We have the English-German Student Council, which is a board for representing international students. They organize plenty of events, so don't be afraid. When you just come, we know that it's a pretty tough situation to live abroad, far from the family, far from the home country. But we even have psychological aid in case you get stuck and you need some help. So don't be afraid that university life would be just sitting in your room alone with your books. No, it's just the opposite. Daytime you study hard, but I have to tell that you have to study really, really hard day by day, because otherwise you will not cope with the university. But if you find the means to follow up with the teaching day by day, then you will have your late afternoon and night and your weekends for the friends and for the programs. So it will be a nice experience.
Perfect. Vishani is asking if there is any sort of age limitation. So 25 years old, so maybe there is a gap between the high school and the bachelor. Is this a problem? Is there any sort of age limit?
Okay, so no problem. Anyone is invited to come. Even if you are 100 years old, you can come. And sometimes I have to tell that students with higher age are more matured. They are adults, not becoming adults, but they are adults. So they can perform on the same level or even better as the very young. So there is no age limit. You are invited to apply.
And I actually wanted to take what Mo just writed out about, thanking all of you for this presentation and saying, it's ready to prepare to join the university. So thinking about who's been listening to us today and maybe thinking about putting an application through, is there any sort of tips or advice that you feel like giving in order to prepare for, all the steps that are needed?
Okay. So the admission process itself is actually not a complicated one. What we need from you is to have to go to the admissions website. You have to check into our online application system. You have to fill the data, very easy. When you are ready, you have to print and sign the application form. And then you have to scan that application form together with the following documents: the copy of your passport, the CV, your high school leaving certificate. I have to tell that if you are right now graduating from secondary school and you still not have your high school leaving certificate, it is not a problem. You are invited to apply. But you have to have that document until the very beginning of September, when you will become a member of the university community. It is so-called immatriculation. It is an official act when you become student legally of the medical school. So you have to have these files, documents scanned into a PDF file, and this file has to be emailed to our email address, which I think you are familiar with. And after that, we are going to consult the date of your entrance exam. Entrance exams are held on each Wednesday until the middle of July, so you are invited to apply. There are costs. First of all, we have a $200 application fee. It is a one-time fee, and the cost of the exam is $250 US. Altogether, you have 3 exam chances. So if you happen to fail the very first one, don't be afraid. You have kind of exam experience, you have the time to study a bit more, and then you can apply for your second entrance exam like 2 weeks later. Okay, so actually there are no special hints or advices because the admission process itself is, the application process is not easy. It's kind of administrative. My hint and my suggestion is to study very hard, because what counts is not your high school grades, but your knowledge and your performance, what you provide during the entrance exam.
Perfect. So thank you so much. I really like to thank Tunde and the team for this great presentation, and all of you for your great questions. And it's been great to see how many questions we receive. And as mentioned, at the end of this webinar, we will be sending you an email containing actually the registration of the webinar itself, so you can actually rewatch it in case you've missed some parts or you want to focus on some aspects. And I can see that we are actually copying you now a link to all the admission pages, videos, and some extra information about the University of Pécs. So we actually kindly asking you to take notes so you can find all the information about the school requirement, scholarship, and anything that might be useful for you. In this email that we will be sending you, we also include an email address that you can contact in case you have any further information. I can see that we just received a question about background from Asif. I think probably the best is actually to reach out to the team, because each of you might have a different background, study different subjects, so the team can actually check your situation and give you a clear answer. So I really like to thank the University of Pécs team for being with us today, all of you for being connected, and we really look forward to seeing you soon at the next live webinar, and I really wishing you good luck. So I hope you put an application through and you get to meet the team in person and you get to visit Hungary, because as Tunde was saying, it's a really great place to spend your year studying. So thank you so much for all of you for your time today. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Goodbye.
Thanks. Bye.